Yo, what's up everyone? Mannequin here. Marathon update 1.0.6 is here. This is probably the biggest update that we've had since Marathon has launched. This is the mid-season patch. This is officially live as of now, and let's get started because there is a lot to go through. So let's get going. Some missed additions for our 1.06 patch notes. Refresh icons for cores. Implement chips to add visual clarity. If you have not seen them yet, they look pretty funny. Signal jammers are now purchasable from the armory. Added a new toggle to open voice chat option so players can turn proximity chat and team chat open with one press and close it with another. Okay, that's pretty cool. General, Oni has launched the Carry or Cyber Acme Runner Reinforcement Initiative, a new protocol that rewards both solo runners and coordinated crews for completing contract objectives and excelling together. So here's what they were talking about, how they want to kind of encourage extracting together. Cyber Acme accommodations are a new material earned by helping crewmates complete contracts objectives. Completing contract objectives as a solo runner or successfully exfilling as a rook, extra accommodations can be earned when you exfil with other players outside your crew. Play nice now. Okay, so it looks like there's now going to be a new, kind of like this event that's going on. There's new accommodations that you can earn from being nice and extracting with players. Okay. Added Stay Together, a new end-of-run experimental feature that allows you to stay with runners you just successfully exfilled with by creating a new crew with them. Who said you can't make friends on Tau Ceti? Okay, so you can now team up with someone you extract with. Only one crewmate needs to successfully exfil for Stay Together to be available. If you're eliminated, stay connected. Added the capability to access the reward pass from the top left display of Silk. So you can now click and it'll go to it. Okay. We want to increase the value of the rewards pass both for the free and premium tracks. As a result, we are adding 4 new runner styles and the WSTR shotgun style and a profile emblem to the Season 1 rewards pass. Premium track, Thief, Assassin, Destroyer, free track, the shotgun, the profile emblem. If you haven't seen them yet, it's like that black and white skin that was for Vandal. It's now for every other character. Besides for Triage. He's the only one that did not get it. So, sucks to be Triage mains. Fixed an issue where the rank up reward tutorial could be out of sequence. Disciples of Arachne earnable shell styles are now available in the codex. Yes, so that the free kit that you could get if you extract with your character, you get now like a red and black skin style. It's actually really cool. Updated the perimeter beginning new player map to now be a solos only map that remains available for players until season level 12. The perimeter beginning map presents a reduced risk of encountering other runners. Added 5 new contracts for the perimeter beginning map. New and existing players under seasonal level 12 will also have access to the new optional Cyber Acme contracts tailored for beginner experience to help them with their first steps in Marathon. Okay, so there's 5 new really easy missions. Okay. To help players understand the mechanics around the perimeter beginner contracts, these new contracts can only be progressed while in perimeter beginners or perimeter solo runs. These contracts are no longer accessible after reaching season level 12 and will be removed even if decrypted or active. When the final exfil is active, and there are less than 10 seconds remaining, the timer for other exfils will be reduced to match the remaining session timer. Tie goes to the runner after all. Okay, that's interesting. So when the final exfil is active there are less than 10 seconds remaining, the timer for the other exfils will be reduced to match remaining. Okay, so it's going to sync up all of the exfils. Okay, that made sense. I was a little confused at first. Developer note, previously the 10-second countdown for non-final exfils was being overwritten by the final exfil timer. Because the difference was only a few seconds, players could see the exfil animation and believe they successfully exfiltrated, only to discover they did not in the run report. We think this change will result in the last second exfils being more fair. I agree with this, 100%. Progression, increase runner level and faction reputation earning for solo players. So you play solo, you can get more rep. Cool. Increase standard contract faction rep reward for all players. Armory. The Carry Armory allows you to spend your Cyber Acme accommodations for salvage crates that grant random stacks of salvage items or reputation packs that provide reputation for the associated faction. Salvage crate and sponsor kit stocks refresh daily, while other Carry offers not refresh and can only be purchased once. That's interesting. So I really wonder what's going to be the stuff that you can only purchase once. I'm assuming they're going to be like, I would assume gold, but there's probably a couple purples in there. Codex. Pacesetter Codex challenges focus on collaborative objectives and award the new Pacesetter title. These challenges are permanent addition and can be completed in future seasons. Awesome. So this is a new title that we could get that's going to be permanent. That's not going away. That's pretty cool. Fix an issue where the up here Vandal challenge would not complete for at a certain distance. I think that's the one where you got to launch them up with you got to get a kill with like your arm cannon while they're in the air or something like that. Or like when you launch them with the arm cannon, they fly up in the air. I think that's what it was for. Fix an issue where the safe Vandal challenge would not complete under certain circumstances. Fix an issue where Life Taker Thief challenge description did not specify the correct requirements. Fix an issue where the Trifecta Recon challenge would not properly handle both downing and eliminating a runner. Fix an issue where their Smoke's Destroyer challenge was not completing under certain circumstances. Fix an issue with the compiler lore image not being displayed. Fix an issue where the Cryo Archive collectible lore image is not displaying. Fix an issue where the Requiem for Cyber Codex challenge's name was being displayed instead of Requiem for a compiler. So a bunch of Codex challenge fixes. Next up is contracts. Players are no longer prevented from claiming completed contracts in the lobby if they selected Rook. Fix multiple bugs where contract progress was being prevented or not properly sharing progress across crew members. Okay, on to combat. Slightly improved audio clarity of enemy footsteps at close and mid-range. Players are now more resistant to fall damage while down. Okay, that's kind of cool. So you could actually take, because I would die immediately. Like if I got down somewhere high and I fell, I would just instantly die. So that's kind of a cool fix. Fix an issue where player reticles could swing widely after a finisher if the player continued to provide a look input during the finisher animations. Interesting. Weapons. Weapon rewards. Added 11 new deluxe blue rarity unique weapons. That's weird. There's now 11 unique blues. I don't know why they're blues. I don't know why we make them purple. So now we have unique blues and unique golds. It's a little odd. These can drop from showcase encounters in Perimeter and Dire Marsh. Can you collect them all? Developer note. These deluxe uniques follow a similar paradigm to as the prestige uniques found in Cryo Archive block rooms, but are at a power appropriate for a deluxe weapon. This means each deluxe unique comes with a specifically designed sweetener that can only be found on the unique version of the weapon. Happy hunting. For example, the Darvish Prestige submachine gun found in Cryo Archive has a custom-made mod for the Burt SMG, which increases stability, handling, and accuracy when firing from the hip. In addition, has the unique trait hypertemporal shots that fire all 5 rounds bursts at one tight spread. Yeah, so that's like the unique attachment you could get for the Burt, but then this is the actual trait right here that you could get from the unique version. Weapon ammo. Fix an issue where Volt Cell's weapons were not generating heat on impact with enemies. Railguns. Oh, there's going to be a lot of weapon fixes, so prepare for the meta to change now. Railguns. All railguns will no longer auto-fire when the maximum charge time has been met. Also, charged railguns can now be held indefinitely. This is going to completely change. Everyone's going to be running probably some of these railguns now, because this alone is going to make where you can just hold down and now just get your perfect shot. Like that's a huge change. Developer note. We believe making this behavior change to all railguns will make them more competitive option as a mid to long range archetype. We expect players to be able to use them more efficiently when peaking against longer range options, now that you don't have to stand on the open to get a fully charged shot off. As a result, we'll monitor the feedback and see if the railguns will need additional tuning to be successful in their range profile. Yeah, that's huge. That's honestly so big. V00 Zeus RG. Increase max aim assist cone size by somewhat 20%. Also, the aim assist cone now grows during charge up instead of shrinking during charge up. Increase base magazine size from 2 shots to 5 shots. Reduces max magazine size from 12 shots to 15. Reduce base charge time from 1.1 second to 1 second. V00 Zeus RG. Prestige mod overclock generator. Magazine size is now double by this prestige mod, so the double shot will now reduce the total number of triggers per pulls per magazine. This fixes split shots and odd number magazine sizes. Okay. Ares RG. Reduce the base charge time from 2 seconds to 1.25 seconds. Increase magazine size at all stat tiers. Base magazine size increase from 4 shots to 6 shots. Max magazine size increase from 10 shots to 12 shots. Slightly increase aim assist cone scale during overcharging by 10%. Okay. SMGs. Copperhead RF increases base magazine size from 21 shots to 28 shots. Okay, so you're gonna have more ammo. Max magazine size remains unchanged. Slightly increases the base accuracy and effective range from 15 meters to 16.2 meters. Increase minimum damage at maximum damage fall off range from 30% to 50%. This might actually make Copperhead actually pretty useful now, especially with like the increased magazine size and this. It might actually be pretty good now. Slightly decreases initial air cone size while in ADS by 8.5%. Burt SMG increases minimum damage at maximum fall-off range from 30% to 50%. Increased minimum damage at maximum fall-off range from 30% to 50%. Okay, so you're gonna do more damage from like 20% more. Okay, Bully SMG. This is not looking good. It's looking like Bully might not be meta anymore. Let's see. Decrease aim assist and magnetism range fall off. Base aim assist fall off start decreased from 13 to 12. Base aim assist fall off end decreased from 24.2 to 22.5. Base magnetism fall off start decreased from 30 meters to 27.8 meters. Base magnetism fall off end decreased from 37.1 meters to 34.5 meters. Max aim assist fall off start decreased from 40 meters to 37.2 meters. Max aim assist fall off end decreased from 80 meters to 74.4 meters. Max magnetism fall off start decreased from 93 meters to 86.4 meters. Max magnetism fall off end decrease from 101 meters to 93.9 meters. Increase air cone size by 7.5. So it seems like they just nerfed the range drastically on that. That is pretty interesting. Let's look at the next thing. Snipers, a long shot. Decreased accuracy when firing rapidly to better reward more methodically paced shots. Decreased rate of fire from 90 RPM to 60 RPM. Fix a bug that allows a Kingmaker Max Prestige mod to trigger when shooting teammates. Outland, decreased rate of fire from 43 to 39. So it seems like both snipers are getting slower rate of fires. Rifles, M77 Assault Rifle. Fix an issue where the Invertal Mag Prestige mod would potentially increase the rate of fire in other weapons. That was the biggest fix. That like broke every other weapon in the game. So I'm happy that's finally fixed because they disabled it a while ago. V75 Scar, change the timing of when the magazine is considered loaded to better match the bolt weapons. This should give players a little bit of earlier of a window to sprint to fire, canceling out or reload animation. Pistol, V11 Punch, fix an issue where the RPM was displaying an incorrect value. Precision Rifles, Strider M1T, fix an issue where the Vital Intel Prestige mod was activating its audio effect despite the mod not being equipped. Fix an issue where the Vital Intel Prestige mod audio effect did not benefit from the increased distance of the Prestige unique Phobos variant. Alright. Biotoxic Disinjector, so the contraband weapon. Fix an issue where the reload animation did not have controller rumble. Fix an issue that prevented the grenade projectiles from setting off toxic plant hazards. Increase ammo per beam from 6 to 8 per tick. Increase ammo from the grenade from 33 to 37. Reduce the grenade rate of fire from 0.76 to 0.52. Reduce grenade travel speed from 42 meters per second to 34. Reduce the minimum grenade damage from 5 to 3. Reduce the damage from grenades when stuck to enemy from 90 to 65. Reduce max damage radius from the grenades by 50%. Increase the rate of damage fall off from the grenade destination. Increase aiming duration of the grenade from 0.9 to 1.3. Enable self-damage on grenades. Developer note, stay safe out there. They just nerfed that gun into the ground, so that is awesome to see. Weapon mods. Chips. Added 3 new families of weapon chips across rarities. Common enemies, damaging enemy combatants cause them to take increased damage from allied or enemy runners for a short duration. That's going to be a huge chip right here. This thing's honestly going to be huge. And that's a common one. That's crazy. Oh, it's called common enemy. My bad. No, this is honestly crazy. Pocket change. Reloading quickly after a kill or down drops ammo of this weapon type. That's honestly a pretty big one too. Exit Buddy. Downing or killing an enemy grants you and your nearby allies increased movement speed with equipped weapons for the short duration. Circuit Tracers. Increase cooldown from 0.5 to 1 second. Reduce ammo refund from 5% at the standard tier and up by 40% for the superior tier. Opportunist. Fix an issue that allowed the effect to activate from friendly fire. Alternate current. Fix an issue that allowed the effect to activate from friendly fire. Mini Jammer. Fix an issue where the Mini Jammer effect was not granting the full benefits of Signal Jammer. Optics. Thermals. Here's a thermal nerf, I'm guessing. Remove all deluxe rarity thermal optics across all weapon archetypes from the loot tables as they can no longer drop. Weird. Okay. Superior SP Scope 3 sniper optics now decrease aim assist and range stats in addition to the ADS speed penalties. Decrease Superior SP Scope 3 sniper optics thermal highlighting range from 100 meters to 80 meters. Okay, so it looks like they got rid of the deluxe rarity thermal and they nerfed the range on the superior thermal from 100 meters to 80 meters. Variable zoom optics fixed an issue where these optics were reporting an incorrect aim assist cone. Alright, now we're on to equipment. Added depleted self-revive kits that can spawn during solo play only. These cannot be extracted from a solo run and will be auto-sold, same as other depleted items you may find during a run. Okay, so I'm assuming those are now going to be the ones that are going to be probably... Oh, it's only during solo play. Because I was going to assume they were probably going to throw those in Cryo Archive, but now it makes sense if they just kind of throw those around in solo play. Added the Mercy Kit, which allows you to revive downed enemy runners. Eliminated enemy runners cannot be revived with the Mercy Kits. All Rooks now spawn with the Mercy Kit by default. We wanted a new Mercy Kit to provide ways for players to bring back enemy players without spending a self-revive. Sometimes the de-escalation happens after the fight is over, we get it, now you can make up for that quick trigger finger. That's pretty cool. Claymores, improved enemy detection when placing near ledges or ground clutter. Fix an issue where players in full cover near a doorway would still take damage from a Claymore detonation. I've been blown up by a Claymore through a wall multiple times. Self-revives, increase the rarity from deluxe to superior, so self-revives are now purple. Implants, added 5 new implant perks that can drop across various activities. Group therapy, using a medical item grants you and your nearby allies a stacking bonus to your self-repair speed for a short time. Herd immunity, defeating hostiles grants you and your nearby allies a stacking bonus to hardware and firewall stats for a short time. Fight Club, striking hostiles with a melee or knife attack grants you and your nearby allies stacking bonus to melee damage for a short time. Dive Bomb, when you damage an enemy with explosives, you and your nearby allies gain a large temporary boost to agility. Evasive Maneuvers, when your shields break, you and your nearby allies gain increased sprint speed and heat capacity for a short time. Savior Complex now provides a smaller revive speed benefits while playing solo. Previously, if you provided no benefit outside a crew. Increase the heat capacity stat bonus of Distance Runner from 5, 10, 25, 50 to 10, 20, 30, 50 across standard, enhanced, deluxe, superior rarity tiers. Fix an issue where the heat capacity could incorrectly display a 0 in the loadout when specific implant combinations were equipped. This was a visual bug only and actual stats were not affected. Okay, cores. Assassin's Patient Core now also requires you to be crouched to receive the timer pause benefit. This reduces actual heat buildup from the unintended activations. Okay. Reduce resistance to incoming damage from enemy players provided if your pickpocket's drone by a thief's pickpocket package core. What is that? Wait, reduce resistance to incoming damage from enemy players provided to your pickpocket drone by thief's premium package core. Okay, got it. Fix an issue where Vandal's low-profile core could reduce the duration of Signal Jammer activated while the Enzyme Suppressant's implant perk equipped. This could grant an unintended long Signal Jammer duration while sliding. Shells. Oh, this we're going to get our buff now for Recon. Echo Pulse. Reduces the visibility of Echo Pulse waves as they travel away from the activating Recon. Okay, that's kind of good because whenever Recon uses Echo Pulse, you knew exactly where they were, so that's a good fix. Echo Pulse pings now distinguish between enemy runner and USEC targets. That's huge. Signal Jammer no longer completely blocks Echo Pulse pings. Signal Jammer players now display as USEC ping nav points instead of runner nav points when hit by Echo Pulse. So you might be able to run up on some people without them even knowing. That's pretty cool. Tracker Drone. Improved Tracker Drone tracking strength and turn rate. Reduce Tracker Drone travel speed while it is no longer active target to help prevent it from overshooting tight corners that a target may be behind. Tracker Drone now periodically reevaluates its tracking target. If it can no longer reach its original target, it will attempt to find a new one. Destroyer. Thrusters. Increase thruster heat cost by approximately 9% to better account for its strong mobility and combat power. Riot Barricade. Fix an issue where the Riot Barricade could be rapidly activated and deactivating without costing ability energy, allowing players to peek corners. Thief. Pickpocket Drone. Each pickpocket drone can now accept a maximum of 1 Claymore attachment. like, what's that? Like, I get it that people were doing their claymores on their drones, but like, I was doing it too. But like, you're gonna nerf it to 1 claymore. At that point, just get rid of it completely, because there's no point. Because I'm not gonna waste time going in my drone, putting 1 claymore on it, just do a slight bit of damage. I'd rather just go my pickpocket drone and keep stealing stuff rather than blowing someone up with it. So I think this is kind of useless. It's either get rid of it or leave it at 2. Increase pickpocket drone thruster audio volume to make active pickpocket drones easier to track. Reduce pickpocket drone distant accelerator to more closely match ascent, making its movement feel more predictable. Reduce the distance of the pickpocket drone rarity highlight on targets from 50 meters to 35 meters. Reduce pickpocket drone base health from 70 to 60. Once again, Thief nerfed for the 3rd update in a row. I'm sorry for the Thief mains out there. Triage mid-drone. Fix an issue where mid-drones could track and attempt to attach to an allied pickpocket drone. Adorable as that might have been. Fix an issue where mid-drones would sometimes not use the correct cosmetic color scheme based on the triage's equipped cosmetics. Vandal. Amplify. Reduces amplify base cooldown from 180 to 150 seconds. Rook. Signal mask. Fix an issue where the swapping shield implants could cause the signal mask to flicker. And last thing, zones. Dire Marsh. Players standing in the location of the USEC security cache that spawns when lockdown is started will now be pushed aside instead of through the floor. Fix an issue preventing Rooks from being able to locate, stabilize, and extracting with the samples. Outposts. Added more potential spawn locations for the conveyance request for the elevator and drone ring. Restore the audio for the exhibit and orientation. Fix an issue where players can get out of bounds in dorms. Fix an issue where the toxin debuff applied to the unsanctioned hostilities 4 to 5 contract could not be cleared. Wow, that was a lot of patch notes, but it sounds like they're listening. This seems like a pretty big update, and now I'm just really looking forward to getting out there and looking at this new event that's going on. But other than that, like, subscribe, it really helps me out and keeps me motivated to do content. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.